Good afternoon, I'm Jeff. I'm a Sewer Tech Northwest. Today we're at property address 835 Northeast Evans Street here in McMinnville. We're located at the front of the home. We're just adjacent right off to the side of the front porch area. We have a 4-inch ABS cleanout. We've got this big pipe right next to it in case you're looking for it. Anyway, we're going to check the overall condition and serviceability of the sanitary sewer line. Currently have water running. Here we go. And we'll scope back into the home here a little ways just to get everything out. The line's sitting about 6 feet out from the house. We'll scope back that direction into the basement as well. Anyway, we're going to zero out the camera length counter right here. And here we go. I just wide onto another line here. I think they've got, obviously they have two different lines coming out of the house that join together. It's not a party line or anything like that. They've probably just done an addition somewhere, added a line and had to tie it in that way. And we've got a transition here over to 3034 PVC pipe, this green pipe. The transition, this green section has settled to some extent. It has. It looks like mostly cobwebs I'm seeing up inside there. There's some kind of stringy strand looking items kind of bridging the gap between that joint there. All of which are bright white, which is indicative of spider webs and not roots. Roots are generally not bright white like that. Now the reason I say that is it looks like the joint itself is still sealed up. We don't have a good look up inside there to see if the rubber Fernco is securely around the whole joint or not. I'll locate this at the end here. I mean, but down in the flow line, everything is flowing through. There is a rubber sleeve that goes around these joints, so you could have a couple inches of overlap on either side outside the pipe there, and the thing could still be totally sealed and just show a little separation there. As far as the functionality goes through that area, there's no issues with that causing any flow problems or anything of that nature. But if you do have a compromised joint, it does open it up to the possibility of getting something like roots in there. You can see this section here, that whole piece is settled. Now, it's not terribly significant. We'll have another look at it when we drain the line out. We'll be able to see it from a different angle there. And I do believe that in the vast majority of McMinnville, once you've hit this green 3034 PVC pipe, the city often takes over responsibility. So it'd be something worth talking to them about. Again, both those issues, that there's not enough of a lip around the pipe and cause further settling, and also opens the line up to roots coming in if you've got any roots nearby. Alright, and here at 50 feet on the dot, we have reached the main lateral. I'll do locates to verify where this is at, and then we'll let the line drain out completely before pulling back. Mostly just want to try and take a better look at those joints once it's drained. Apart from those two offset joints, the rest of the line is looking good. Alright, I did locate the camera head successfully. We're going to go ahead and start reeling back here. This is a tenant situation in here, so we're going to reel back to those joints. You can see the water still draining, and we'll try and get everything turned off completely just so we have a better look at everything. Alright, looks like it did in fact drain all the way out here. I'm going to locate this particular spot here. Again, it's very difficult to discern, especially when they're offset to this small of an extent, to see if water's draining out. You can see the rubber Fernco, that gasket material between those two joints. That's the black stuff there. What we can't tell is if that Fernco has slipped completely off the pipe, leaving it open to the ground. My guess is this one especially, I doubt it. The pipe just hasn't moved all that much, but it is still showing separation anyway. Alright, this is located about a foot and a half past there's a big metal plate that's in line with this heading out to Evans. That's the secondary cleanout. And we're right in the middle of the sidewalk here currently, just past that metal plate. I put a white X down on the ground there. Alright, here's our transition. So the offset joints are at 18 or 19 feet essentially here and 23 feet. That's a pretty short section of pipe. And it's at 5 feet deep. I'm going to go locate this spot here as well. Alright, located here, and this is about less than 6 inches from where the actual sidewalk starts at. Both issues do appear to be essentially underneath the sidewalk area. This is still in the grass here, though. So I do recommend contacting the city. I would find out where their responsibility takes over. Again, usually it's right here at the sidewalk. I can almost guarantee you this is going to be a city issue here. And generally, you're always going to see a secondary cleanout where their portion takes over, which is what we have here. So anyway, if this is cities, it's obviously their issue to deal with. And again, it's an issue, but not necessarily an issue at the same time. It's very difficult to discern if we've got a wide open joint there or if there's still rubber around that. Again, as far as everything's functioning, getting debris and water from point A to point B, that appears to be functioning just fine. We've got good flow all the way out. There's no obstructions in the line or anything like that. A little tiny separation like that, it's a slow but sure process. You can cause some hydro erosion around the pipe if it's leaking out, which can erode the support from under the line and cause it to settle further. If that is in fact going on there, it's something the city may want to monitor over time. At this point right now, though, it's not affecting the flow. I'm going to go ahead and reel back here. We're going to reverse direction, just scope back into the house as far as we can go. All the pipe on property here out to the sidewalk is in good condition, with good flow and is functioning properly at this time. Now we do have those two joints there, but we still have good flow beyond that point all the way out to the main lateral. Alright, we're now heading back towards the home. Switching back to the original cast iron pipe there. And this is basically the end of the line here. This is the clean out that's down in the basement area. You can see that right up against the foundation wall. Anyway, we've got a little bit of toilet paper in there. Apart from that, this portion of the line here is also functioning at this time and in good condition. And I'll try and get these paint markings on camera here, so it'll make it a little easier for the city to take a look at, hopefully. Okay, this is the front of the house here that faces out to Evans. Here's our clean out. The line's headed right out there. You can see, it's kind of hard to see if there's a white marking there in the sidewalk. Well, that's where the furthest out joint is at. The other one starts right where the grass meets the sidewalk. And the sewer line is functioning properly at this time, and all the pipe on property is in good condition.